Hey guys, welcome to HRG Zone YouTube channel. And today I am gonna show you the top 10 best post-apocalyptic PC games 2023. So sit back and relax. Starting off number 10. World War Z is a third-person shooter video game developed and published by Saber Interactive. The game is a cooperative third-person shooter in which 4 players fight against massive hordes of zombies in 7 locations, including New York, Jerusalem, Moscow, Tokyo, Marseille, Rome and Kamchatka. Players can choose from 7 classes: the Gunslinger, the Hellraiser, the Fixer, the Medic, the Slasher, the Exterminator, and the Drone Master. New perks can be unlocked for each class as players continue progressing in the game. Game release date is April 16, 2019. Number 9 is State of Decay 2 is a survival video game developed by Undead Labs and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game is set in an open-world environment and features cooperative gameplay with up to 3 other players. The player can choose from several locations to build a base, then reinforce and improve it with various facilities like watchtowers, gardens, sleeping quarters, kitchens, workshops, medical bays, etc. to help keep survivors safe and healthy. Part of the game is balancing the use of resources, food, medicine, ammo, and construction materials. They can be obtained by scavenging or trading with NPCs. The player can interact with survivors outside of their group, trading with them, helping them or recruiting them. Game release date is May 22, 2018. Number 8 is Fallout 4 is an action role-playing game developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. Fallout 4 introduces features including a layered armor system, base building, a dialogue system featuring 111,000 lines of dialogue, and a crafting system which implements every lootable object in the game. Enemies such as mole rats, raiders, super mutants, deathclaws, and feral ghouls return along with the companion dogmeat. The player has the ability to freely roam in the game's world and leave a conversation at any time. If the player has discovered a certain location, they may fast travel to it. Weapons can be customized too. The game includes over 50 guns, which can be crafted with a variety of modifications, such as barrel types and laser focus, with over 700 modifications available. Game release date is November 10, 2015. Number 7 is Rage 2 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Avalanche Studios in conjunction with ID Software and published by Bethesda Softworks. Players assume control of a ranger named Walker, who is free to explore the game's apocalyptic open world. Players are given control over some of Walker's attributes, such as their gender, skills, or attire. Walker is able to wield various firearms and tools to fight against enemies, including returning weapons such as the wing stick. Players can develop Walker's skills with nanotrite-based powers. Through a mode called Overdrive, Walker's guns do more damage, enemies drop more energy and they get healed constantly, providing players with an aggressive way to mow down enemies. Game release date is May 14, 2019. Number 6 is The Last of Us Part 1 is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The player traverses post-apocalyptic environments to advance the story, and uses firearms, improvised weapons, hand-to-hand combat, and stealth to defend against hostile humans and cannibalistic creatures known as the Infected, who have been infected by a mutated strain of the cordyceps fungus. For most of the game, player character Joel escorts a young girl, Ellie, across the United States. The player controls Ellie throughout the winter segment, and briefly controls Joel's daughter Sarah in the opening sequence. Game release date is March 28, 2023. Number 5 is Dying Light 2 Stay Human is an action role-playing game developed and published by Techland. It stars a new protagonist named Aiden Caldwell, who has various parkour skills. Players can perform actions such as climbing ledges, sliding, leaping off from edges, and wall running to quickly navigate the city. It was confirmed that there are over 3,000 parkour animations to give a more fluid free-running experience. Tools such as a grappling hook and a paraglider also aid traversal in the city. Aiden can also use the undead to break his fall. The game is mostly melee-based, with the majority of fighting using melee weapons. The melee weapons have a limited lifespan and will degrade as the player uses them in combat. Game release date is February 4, 2022. Number 4 is Mad Max is an action-adventure video game based on the Mad Max franchise. Developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. Set in an open-world post-apocalyptic environment caused by resource shortages and ecocide. It emphasizes vehicular combat, in which the player is the eponymous Mad Max. According to its publisher, up to 60% of the game focuses on driving. Some weapons and tools, including flamethrowers and turbo boosts, are mounted directly onto the magnum opus, while others, such as a harpoon and sniper rifle, are used in conjunction with the vehicle by Chumbucket, Max's assistant, or Max himself. Max's magnum opus, with its V8 engine and powerful ramming ability, can destroy enemies' vehicles and weaponry. Game release date is September 1, 2015. Number 3 is Days Gone is an action-adventure video game developed by Bend Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The player controls Deacon St. John, an outlaw-turned-drifter bounty hunter who prefers life on the road to wilderness encampments. The game takes place 2 years after a pandemic killed almost all of humanity and transformed millions of others into freakers, mindless, zombie-like creatures that evolve quickly. Swarmers, a nocturnal type of freaker, hide in their nests during daytime but often congregate, wander around, and search for food and water at night. Players can lure swarmers toward other enemies, causing the two groups to fight one another. Game release date is May 18, 2021. Number 2 is Enslaved: Odyssey to the West is an action-adventure video game developed by Ninja Theory and published by Namco Bandai Games. The player takes the role of a monkey in a third-person perspective, using a variety of combat moves and platforming skills to overcome obstacles. In combat, Monkey uses a staff that doubles as a close combat and long-range projectile weapon. The staff has 2 types of long-range ammunition: orange power cylinders used for blast damage and blue cylinders for stunning foes. Monkey can also remain stationary and charge his staff to use the same stun attack. In the game, players encounter numerous mechs as enemies. Certain mechs can be used as weapons. Game release date is October 25, 2013. And number 1 is I Am Alive is an action-adventure survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world developed by Ubisoft Shanghai and published by Ubisoft. The game's most frequently employed mechanic is climbing, which is governed by a stamina meter, whereby physically demanding activities, such as jumping or running, exert stamina and drain the meter. Once the protagonist's feet are off the ground, everything exerts stamina, even hanging motionlessly. Some actions exert more stamina than others. For example, jumping from one beam to another when climbing uses a lot more stamina than shimmying across a beam. Game release date is September 6, 2012. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, so please like this video and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to notifications. So thanks again and see you soon on next video. And good, bye.